Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. So, I'm on here today again with Blake Lively's story. Blake Lively just gave a Geseli Pelicot speech where she was nominated as one of the 100 influential persons. And in her speech, she was all commending her mother for being a strong person. Her mother was David, and you know, she was commending her for being a strong woman, and she also conquered. So now people are saying instead of her focusing on trying to get credit on a movie that's not hers, she should have focused on the movie, on protecting women's rights and passing the message it ends with us brought out. Now, guys, let's listen to her speech. Let's listen to what she has to say, what she said actually, and the rest of the movie, guys. Tell me what you really think about this. I want to hear everyone's opinion. Thank you. Let's get into it.
It's an interesting thing to be called influential. It's not only an honor, it's a significant responsibility. How we use that matters. Who and what we stand up for and what we say silent about matters. I have so much to say about the last 2 years of my life, but tonight is not the forum. My life was influenced most by my mother. She wanted me to share with you that she is the survivor of the worst crime someone can commit against a woman. I've watched her conceal her raw and undeserved shame my entire life. So as her daughter, being asked to share this today is monumental. My mom never got justice from her work acquaintance who attempted to take her life when she was the mother of 3 young kids years before I was born. She has always credited her beating heart today with the story she heard from another woman in a similar circumstance, speaking on the radio as my mom drove home one day. The woman painfully and graphically shared how she escaped. I am here, and my mom is here, because that woman not only survived, but she told others how. Never underestimate a woman's ability to endure pain.
So at the Time 100 Gala, Blake Lively finally addressed the drama with Justin Baldoni. And she's now saying that her mother was also a victim. So her speech at the gala is getting mixed reactions because she turned it into a moment of empowerment for survivors, right? Specifically referencing her mother, Elaine, who happens to be a survivor, or at least that's what she's now claiming. Now, I don't like to doubt survivor stories. However, it's just very strange that now this is the story that she's putting out there when she had a whole movie, It Ends With Us, that was about DV, where she could have discussed all of this and used her mother's story in a way that was more impactful and powerful to share the message of amplifying survivors instead of, amplifying her hair care line and her Betty Boos products. Because don't forget, Ryan Reynolds' mother was used in the promotion for It Ends With Us, which is strange considering Ryan Reynolds isn't even in the movie. Oh, but that's right, Ryan Reynolds had the genius idea to put together some funny skits about a movie about DV, domestic violence, and use his mother and his co-star, Hugh Jackman. LOL. Call me crazy, but I think it would have been a much smarter idea for Blake Lively to highlight her mother's story and her mother's experience and to bring that to the forefront. But from what I remember, Blake Lively said that she didn't have a direct connection to DV in her own personal life. And even this story about her mother, she's now claiming happened before she was even born. Believe it or not, I actually do keep wanting to give Blake the benefit of the doubt. I'm waiting for her to come up with the smoking gun. I always try to look at it objectively, but the more I try to give her credit, the more she just infuriates me. So yeah, I get why people are pissed about her speech. She's now starting to make it about domestic violence when that's what it should have been from the beginning, and we could have avoided this entire mess altogether. Keep the spotlight on the survivors. Yes, you're the star of the movie, but you're not the star of the show. You weren't supposed to be the star of It Ends With Us. And that's all she did was make herself the star of the movie, even making sure that Justin Baldoni was edited out of the cover art for the movie. But her ego had to make her the number one star. I mean, I guess, it made her the number one star, and that's how she landed on Time's top 100 most influential people of 2025. Titan of the Year, Blake Lively. There you go. I don't know. What do you think? Are people being too harsh about her speech, or is it really just too little too late? But let's break this all down together in person. I'm doing a live podcast tour this summer. Tickets are on sale right now. Go to nofilterlive.com, and I'll see you in one of these cities.
So now, one thing about Blake Lively I've noticed in this whole field is that she always says the opposite of everything. I mean, what she have done or what she have experienced, she would say she haven't done that, she haven't experienced that, and that's driving a lot of people crazy because this movie was supposed to prevent sexual harassment and protect women's rights and domestic violence too. But she is always doing the opposite. Now, instead of how to fight for it, she was promoting her hair care line and whatever. Guys, just let's continue watching.
Blake saw how much attention the intergalactic virtue signaling feminist trip to space got, and she said, I want the negative attention back on me, you guys. She really, nothing has sunk in for her. There has been zero self reflection. She really does think that she is like the feminist leader of the new Me Too movement that no one asked for. I will say she looks great. I enjoy when it's a very good looking person that's doing something absolutely insane. I'm dying to know who told Blake, like, yeah, this is a good plan. Let's drag your mom along. Let's trauma dump on the audience. She was there because she got on this list because she was being honored for her civil rights work, if I read it correctly. Mainly her donation to the NAACP. The reason she donated to the NAACP is because she got exposed for having the plantation wedding. This is like PR on top of PR on top of PR. We don't let our daughters know, but one day we will break their hearts by letting them in on the secret that we kept from them as they pranced around in princess dresses, that they are not and will likely never be safe at work, at home, in a parking lot, in a medical office, online, in any space they inhabit physically, emotionally, professionally. That's an insane take. Miss Ma'am, you were so scary on set that people allowed you to dress like this and nobody could say anything to you. You were able to breastfeed during meetings. Like that wasn't a safe set for you. You were free to take over everybody's jobs. You were free to threaten Justin Baldoni. And you've now created like a fake Me Too allegation. And you're still being honored at Time 100. Like, yeah, you're very oppressed, Blake. And then let's see. And to all the communities across the gender, age, political, geographic, and racial spectrum who fight every day just to be safe, I see you. The delusion is so strong with Blake. I love it. What I suspect is that they paid for this award. They made sure that Blake was going to get up on stage and deliver this absolutely insane speech that people seemingly did not even really want to clap for. And can you blame them? And that's just my opinion. But there are just so many different ways that all of this could have been handled. Obviously, she started all of it, but there have been so many opportunities to, again, pivot or just do like a tiny bit of self-reflection or accept that the public doesn't believe you. But instead, she just continues to double down. It's honestly, it's kind of impressive to be this wrong about so many things.
So, guys, did you see this? She actually paid to get this award and to give that speech on stage. Like, just like watched this creator just said, like, nobody even wanted to clap. They were like, "Huh?" Well, I don't know. I don't know why it happened that way, but honestly and fact, she's really pretty. I do not know why everything is going this way, guys, but yeah, also about the reward stuff, I am going to be dropping another video of the owner of the show and like the interview. Why, I don't know if she was really the owner of the show, but we'll get to find out how she said Blake Live is going having a nice year. Well, guys, I'll show you the video. It's gonna be the next after this. Thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That's the most important. Subscribe to it, guys. Thank you. Bye.